This is the Iron Trader. Now the pit's closed at 2:30. Currently it's about 4:15. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels will be posted along with the EIA report. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, buy the ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have the old crude daily chart. Now, what do we have here? Okay, so right here, you had a nice top at 92.43 yesterday. Same top, 92.43, could not get above, put in a topping tail, and then today, a nice lower low. And your candle didn't even make it, not even halfway. And you're below this key 8 SMA. Now, if you've been watching my videos, I told you that we are up ahead at a nosebleed kind of territory here, and that scalp was a trade not to take the position long. So now what we're looking for here is we're looking for a bottoming pattern. Okay, so right now you got red candles, so this is not definitely it. So if you look at today's low, you had 88.97. So if we come over to this candle here, what do we have? You have 88.68. Okay, so that provided your support level. Now, next in line here is going to be the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 88.29 here. And then we want to look to the top of this candle right here, sitting at 88.07. Okay, so that would be your support. Now, again, if that is lost, then we come right to this candle here. Okay, you're looking at 87.22. We have 86.71. And then what we have here is you got 86.15. And then we want to look at this 21 SMA here, sitting at 85.58. And then if that's lost, this is the candle you want to watch, 84.89. Now, again, it can come there below that, but if it closes back above, then it's crude oils is still in good shape. If it as long as it holds this area here on a closing basis, that's the key. Now, what this needs to do is you need to close back above this 8-day to go higher. Okay, so now we have to look at what your resistance is. First of all, is going to be your 89.88, your 8 SMA, and then we look to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 90.31, and then we look here. Okay, you're looking at 91.07, and then we here you have 91.23, and then we have your retest there sitting at 92.43. Now, again, let's just take a look here. If you happen to close above that, the area I've always been pointing out is right up here. So you want to look at this candle here, which is basically 92.87, and then we have 93.31, 93.64, and then 93.74. Okay, but obviously you have to close above this 92.43 there to get there. So what we want to do is we want to make sure here on the sell down here that it isn't like this. See this, where if that 8-day rolls over and then you're fighting this and you get these bear flags fighting against it, in which you could take it all the way down. So what you want to do is watch this 8 SMA here tomorrow on a closing basis here, or actually after the futures open today at 6 p.m. And then watch this key 21-day, your 50-day, your retest here sitting at 77.59, and then you have basically your 200 sitting at 76.75 right below that. But right now, what could happen is you could basically come right on down here, okay, put it in the bottom, and then retest this 92.43, and then smash right back up here again and go for that 93.74 and basically try to go up to 100 area. But we don't know that yet, okay? So basically, what you want to do is watch this key 8 SMA here. It needs to close back above, and watch it so it doesn't roll over and that price goes below, like here, and stays below. Then it's just not good. So today actually was a very good short. I did not short it yesterday. Actually, I just scalped along because it closed above this 8 SMA here. But today, as it rolls up, I can see you just not have the juice here. So when you look at other charts like a tick chart or a 1 or 5, 15-minute chart here, you can see that it just was not going to get above that. So that was a nice good short, and I'm still holding short right now. Okay, so when you look at this RSI here, I told you this is like nosebleed area right here. So when it gets up to there, it's never going to last. The key is we got to see what this does here. Now, will it act like this pattern here? See, we have the negative divergence, where you basically had this, it sold down, and then you made a nice higher high. But if you look at the RSI, okay, that was a lower high. Okay, so then what you have, as soon as you see this, then you know that's going to sell off very, very hard. So we have to give this a day or two here. Maybe it could come all the way down here. Maybe it could go lower here, but always watch this key level right here, this 84.89. Now, you're in your MACD here. Well, your green looks like it's going to cross over. If it crosses over like it did here, all you have to do is look at the chart up here. And what happened when that crosses over? She sells right on down. All right, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. Okay, your monthly chart, well, you're still intact here. If this is going to be the key level here on your monthly, it's going to be that 86.93. Now, your 8 SMA here is still in good shape here, but again, this is a weekly chart. You got another 10 days, 11 days here for this to shake out really good. But let's just see on a weekly here. So far, you're looking really good. Your candle's still, above what you have here. It didn't go lower. So what you want to do is, if it sells off, watch this key 185.98 and then watch this 8 SMA. As long as this 8 SMA is holding, even on the sell-off here, okay, if it sells down and does the same thing here, then that is your buying opportunity here to go longer. Now, your MACD obviously is way, overbought here. Your RSI looks like it's kind of rolling over. But again, this can fluctuate, up and down here. It's not that big of a deal here right now, okay, as of today. But watch this key level right here, this 8 SMA here. Watch this key 100 SMA here. Those are going to be the critical ones. If that's lost, then you're going to come right down to this 50-day 78.34 and at 21-day 77.46 very, very quickly here, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right, let's take a look here at the old natty gas. Now, natty gas here, it just couldn't get off the schneid. Just a quick review. Ran all the way up here, you double topped, okay? And that tells me short, okay? All the way down here. Now you still have a series of higher lows here, okay? So you don't have anything that dramatic. But bottom line, what you want to do is watch this 21-day, 2.72, watch this 50-day, 2.69, and then basically this 200-day, you're looking at right around that 2.66 again. On the upside, that 8 SMA, 2.76. If you can clear that, then you can go to this level here first, which is basically 2.86, and then 2.87, and then you could rocket higher. But right now, it's still intact. It didn't do much there today, kind of like a sideways action. But if you look at on the hourly chart here, there was your double bottom. Ran right up here really nice. But then today was just like a sideways action. I think it was just following oil, following the Fed's decision, following the market. Didn't really do a whole lot. So let's tell you what. Let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, your weekly chart, well, you can't really tell a whole lot from this here, but you are above this key 8 SMA here. There's your basically 2.66 again. And then if it goes lower, 2.55. Okay, so you really don't have a whole lot of nothing. This is then just months of sideways action here. But again, when you look at this here, this is a really big base building chart here. So if this decides to rip higher, this can rip higher real quick. Okay, so let's take a look here on a daily. Well, on a daily here, yesterday you had a really nice candle, went right up into the price channel here, could not close above this candle right here. That was the key. That's 2.865. Even though it went higher intraday, it couldn't close there, okay? See, it closed at 2.835. And that's the key, is the closing, not just intraday. Intraday is great for scalping. Boom, take it in there, take your money and out. And then the closing number is what you really want. Now, if you can close above that, well, then right above here, you got that 2.89, and then you retest here at 3.018. Now, on the downside, it sold off, but you notice that it did hold this 8 SMA here on a closing basis. Very, very good. And then this 2.65, let's just call it 2.66 here. This candle here is what we want to look at here. Long as it holds that, you're in good shape. Now, you look at this bottom here. Okay, look at the low here. That series of higher lows is always very good. Now we got to see what it does actually here when the futures open here at 6 o'clock and what happens with natty gas tomorrow. Now remember, the EIA report will be out on Thursday at 10:30. We'll see what's happening, and the rig count will be out at 1 o'clock on Friday for crude and natural gas. So we got to see how that shakes out. But the key is what I'm looking for here is a close above this 2.87, this 2.89, and then above there. Once it gets above here, This is the candle you want to look at over here, this 3.027. Then she can rip right up to that 50-day very easily, and then right through this 200-day at 3.76. Very easy. But right now you got some good sideways action. I scalped UNG today, and I scalped some Boyle there today, and actually I scalped a little KOLD today. I got a 1.5 out of that. So that was all. Actually, it was a really good day trading in the natty gas. But just watch the charts and watch this 8 SMA and this key 2.6 level here. If it goes lower, then you want to start looking at this candle right here. Okay, 2.6 here, and then we come down to 2.572, and then you have 2.54, and then on and on and on, where we can just get all the way back to this retest here, basically at 2.425. But this time of the year, going into the winter here now, you get some kind of a cold action, some kind of report out, natty gas will rip higher. All right. I will have more for you on the crude oil and natural gas here before 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And thanks for watching.